Good evening, everybody. Come to see me do some stamping tonight. I hope so. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. We are going to do some stamping with some new celebration product and a new coordinating bundle that bundles with the celebration product, which will be super fun. Sometimes it's hard to know what things kind of coordinate and go together. So I'm hoping to answer that question for you tonight. I want to show you some of the celebration products that I've already bought and show you some cards that I've made with the Dainty Delight Bundle and the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper that coordinates with it. So thank you for coming. When you get on, let me know you're here, and then we can be chatting together. I love when we can talk together while I'm stamping. I have lots to talk to you about tonight because there's just so much going on right now in the Tuttle Up world. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining me. First of all, we had someone who won the snowflakes, the wonderful snowflakes last week. And that person is Connie York. If your name is Connie York, would you please PM me your address and I will get these wonderful snowflakes out to you. They are now retired and gone and you can't even order them anymore. So Connie, if you will shoot me your address, I'll get these sent to you in the mail. I will also have a prize next week for someone who comments and shares some love and some likes with me. And I'm always grateful for those of you that come in. Okay, so if you haven't heard, we have a big event starting on Thursday that is called Sale-a-bration. Stampin' Up! Does this 2 times a year, and it will start on Thursday. That means for the months of January and February, for every $50 you spend, you can get a level 1 celebration product for free. For every $100 you spend, you can get a level 2 celebration product for free. And the more you buy, obviously, the more you get for free, which is super, super fun. I want to show you first some of the other products besides the one that I'm using tonight that you can get in celebration for free. So I'm going to turn my camera down and around. So I hope I don't give you a headache when I do that. Okay. So there we go. Thank you. So I just got in this afternoon at 2:30 from Texas. We were in Midland last. We've been all over Texas this week, visiting family and friends. And we drove halfway on Sunday and drove the other half of the way last night. Thank you so much, Laura, for sharing. This is the hostess code NRZZTBXV that you will use if you would like to get tonight's online class to go. I will need your orders by Saturday. Now, I recommend you don't start shopping till Thursday because celebration starts on Thursday and you can just get more free stuff if you wait until Thursday, okay? If there's nothing you want in celebration, which I doubt that is true, you can order from me anytime, but I have to have your order by Saturday if you want this online class to go, okay? I'll put a link to all of that up in the description after this video is over. Okay, so besides the products I'm showing you tonight, I want to show you some other celebration things that are available. These adorable owls are going to be super, super popular. And I was just part of a swap where we made cards just using the adorable owls. I'll show you those in just a second. And you know what? Thanks a bunch is carrots. And when I saw this, I thought, that is so weird. But I have seen some adorable cards made with these carrots, okay? So don't pretend like you don't like them yet. Just wait until you see the kinds of cute cards people are making. Okay, I just want to show you real quick some of the adorable owl cards I got in a recent swap. That one, Hoot Hoot, you're so cute. This one I thought was really cute because she used strips of that Dainty Designs paper that is one of the celebration papers. Isn't that cute? And cut them into strips and then used that embossing folder in the back. That was super fun. It's Your Day, little party owl there. These papers are all coming out new in the mini and celebration. This one doesn't say anything on the front. It's from Lori Krause. But on the inside, oh, she didn't put a sentiment on it. I thought she did. Okay, so that one doesn't have a sentiment, so then you can put whatever sentiment you want on it. This one opens more like an envelope. You're so cute. It opens from the top. Let me show you that one. This one was made by, you might know some of these people. Mindy Gray. I know Mindy. She lives in Ohio. And it opens like this. Isn't that adorable? I thought that was really cute. This one, Hoot Hoot, You're So Cute. I love that she's mango medley with that. And just a little coloring and paper piecing on that owl. This is from my friend Jeannie, and she made that owl into a little professor. Isn't that cute? She used our new alphabet dies that are coming out to make the little chalkboard saying A, B, C. And this is the letter I that she used as like a pointy stick. I thought that was really smart. This is a little book fold card. This one, It's Your Day. Cute. Here's another one. If you notice, they're using a lot of the same papers because we were limited on the papers we could get at that time. And of course, this Dainty Designs is going to be a super popular paper, we think, because of all the fun springy colors in it. So there are some owl cards. Those are all super cute. What else do we have from Celebration? I wanted to show you this sentiment set that's called Sending Support. And I really love this because we're all about supporting one another and self-care, right? Some days are harder than others. Know that you can lean on me. My shoulder is yours. Courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. Alone shouldn't be one of the things that you're having to deal with. I thought that was a really cool stamp set. That is a level 1 celebration stamp set. Another level 1 is the Farm Animals DSP. This is super fun. And it coordinates with our On the Farm stamp set that's in the mini, and also has really fun dies that cut out all these animals. And the dies not only cut out the stamped animals, but also the animals in the DSP, so that's fun. This is another $50 DSP package called Favored Flowers. Really pretty designs in that. Here's a level 2 that I've gotten. It's called Beautifully Happy. It's got lots of 2-step stamping going on, which is fun. I think that's going to be very popular. And this is that celebration paper called Dainty Designs. It's one of those super packs. You can see how thick it is. It is a level 2 celebration. And it's going to be super popular as well, I think. So that is what I have so far. And tonight, we're going to be using the Dainty Flowers 12 by 12. That's what this is. Super pretty watercolored botanical designs. The fronts are flowers. The backs are just some fun watercolor splashy designs. Look at this. We're going to use this tonight. It's got just a fun border edge that you can cut and then cut into panels or make it into a scrapbook page. That would be really pretty for that too, wouldn't it? This one is fun. We're going to be using this one tonight as well. You can just cut up these ovals to put on the front of your card, and then some really nice borders here that you can use. That's super fun. And then another kind of watercolor look. This is the back of the other one. I really liked this one as well. Kind of that watercolor look, but it also has those botanical branches in there. That's fun. Here's another one with some green sprigs, and on the back is fresh freesia polka dots. This is one that's mostly fresh freesia flowers. And looks like old olive. And then on the back is this starry sky pattern. We're going to be using that tonight as well. So that is just the Dainty Designs DSP. And this paper coordinates with our Dainty Delight dies and stamp set. So you can get the Dainty Delight dies and stamp set. I think it's about $50. And then you can get the DSP for free. Isn't that fun? I love that. So this is what we're going to be making our cards out of tonight. Remember, if you'd like my online class to go, you can get a kit that makes 6 cards with envelopes. If you order by Saturday, and usually it's Friday, but since celebration doesn't start until Thursday, I wanted to give you guys a chance to, oh my goodness, you guys, I've left my samples upstairs on my table because I was making pictures. So give me just a second. I'm going to run up and get that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, I hope I didn't lose you through that. Here we go. Okay, here's my first card. Isn't that pretty? And I use that oval paper that I was telling you about. The one that, oh, I'm out of breath from running up the stairs. Oh, you guys, it's never perfect. I strive for perfection. It's never quite, here we go. This is the paper, isn't that fun? So I just cut a panel, added some of the dies. We're gonna make this card first, all right? So let me grab my pieces out of here. Okay, here we go. I have an old olive piece of cardstock that is 11 by 4 1/4, scored down the middle at 5 1/2. I am going to bone fold that along the crease. Then I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss. I love Blackberry Bliss. And these are both colors that are in the DSP. And one of the nice things about Stampin' Up! DSP is that it says right here on the back all the colors that coordinate with it, okay? All right, whew. I am winded. That got me flustered. All right, so here we go. Here is my oval panel, and this one is cut. I cut it 3 3/4 by 5, and so I cut the Blackberry Bliss 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm gonna add my Designer Series paper to the top of my Blackberry Bliss panel. Okay, I'm going to use Seal. You could use, actually I'm using Seal Plus. You could use Seal, Seal Plus, liquid glue, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there like that. And then I've got these pieces that I've already pre-cut from the dies. Isn't that pretty? That piece of greenery. And I cut that out of old olive. And then I've cut 2 of these wildflowers out of Blushing Bride. Those are all colors that are in this DSP. Okay, so what I did first is that I took a piece of paper. Let me grab one out of my printer here. And I took these pieces and I added some Wink of Stella to them. I love Wink of Stella. Do you guys really love Wink of Stella? I do. I think it's super fun. Okay, so it adds that shimmer to those flower tips and to the stem. I'm going to do that here. Gosh, it seems kind of quiet out there. Are you guys with me tonight? Thank you, Laura, for saying hi and responding. So I hope you guys all had a great holiday week. We went to Texas on Christmas Day. We stayed a couple of days with my brother in the mid-cities, Dallas-Fort Worth area. Then we drove to my sister and Jim's sister that lives in Abilene. And then we went to Midland, where our grandkids are. We couldn't go to Midland first because the other side of the family was there. We wanted to give them their space, obviously. So, okay, so there we go. Got those all Winker Stellaed up. And then I'm going to go to my panel here. And what I did first is, and you know what? It might have been smart to put those adhesive sheets on the back of this wildflower. But I didn't think about it until after it was. Why is it that every time I go live, my glue decides it doesn't want to work? There we go. I don't want it to work too well. You guys know what I mean, or else it gets all over the place. But sometimes you just need liquid glue. It's the best thing sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to place that one there. I'm going to place this one right here. I'm going to go kind of underneath that one a little bit. There we go. Pretty. And then I'm going to add this one. There's everybody. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I like knowing you're here. I could see that people were watching, but I sometimes worry that my Facebook isn't working very well. All right. So I'm going to put that piece. Isn't that pretty? Doesn't that just add such a pretty dimension to that oval that was already there? It was already beautiful. It just adds some texture and design to it. All right. So now I'm going to I cut one of these labels out of the Stylish Shapes dies, which are right here. And I used this biggest bold label there. I already cut it out of basic white. And I'm going to stamp on that in Old Olive. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Denise. Thanks for being here. I should have used adhesive strips. Yeah, I should have, Laura. I always think about it after I've cut them out, and I'm like, darn, why didn't I do that? Okay, so I'm going to stamp "Thank you for your kindness," kind of a little more to the left than to the right. There we go. And then I'm going to decide where I'm going to want this on the front, which to me, I think I want it about right there. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to chop this edge off even with the card edge. I am going to start doing that though, because I always get mad that I forget to use those adhesive sheets because they're just perfect. I heard, Hannah, you know what? We have been spoiled in Texas. It was 70 something when we left yesterday. But we're supposed to get cold and ice tonight here in Nebraska as well. I think it's heading our way from you to us. It's the time of year, right? Okay, so now I've got my "Thank you for your kindness." I'm going to straighten up that edge just a tad. There we go. And I'm going to put it right here on the front, a little bit higher maybe, about right there. Okay. Then I've got some ribbon, and I'm using, there's a combo pack that has Sahara Sand and Old Olive in it. I'm using Old Olive, and I'm just going to tie a single bow. Standalone bow. I love to tie bows. I know there are people out there who don't, but Okay, and I'm going to use a glue dot. Well, I go back to school tomorrow. School counselors go back on Tuesday. The kids come back to school on Wednesday. There we go. Cute, huh? Okay, then to that, I want to add some opal rounds. And I'm gonna struggle finding them here, I'm afraid. We're gonna use some of these dots. I had these beautiful opal rounds. Let me check one more place here. They're pretty close to the same. I am a hot mess. Can you tell I've been traveling 14 hours over the last 3 days? I really wanted to come on and do a class for you guys tonight, so I hope you like it, even with all my hot messiness involved. Okay, so thank you for your kindness. There it is. And then all we're gonna do is add this to the card front using dimensionals. Sometimes I don't even know why that is, but it'll be okay. These iridescent dots are beautiful as well. So I have some events coming up. Deadlines are today for one of them. Deadline is today for one of them, and that's this Saturday. I'm having a celebration kickoff here at my house. You can either come at 9 a.m. or at 1 p.m. If you would like all the information about all of my classes and events that I have coming up, the best way to find that out is to be a part of my newsletter. And then for the inside of this one, I cut just a strip of that wildflower border, and I'm attaching it right here to the left side of my white insert, which is cut 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, there we go. We stayed at a hotel last night in Edmond, Oklahoma, and I don't know why. I did not sleep good last night at all. It was too hot in the room, and the bed wasn't very comfortable. I don't know. It was just a struggle. So I'm kind of on the struggle bus, but I'm going to do a beautiful job on these cards because I really want you to see how beautiful they all coordinate together. So there's card number 1. Isn't that pretty? If you get this online class to go, you will get kit items to make 2 of these cards, okay? I die cut all the panels, and I die cut the label, and I add the ribbon, but you will need the Dainty Designs dies to finish this off. So I encourage you to add that to your order, okay? So that is card number 1. Card number 2, let me know if you liked it. I hope you liked it. Card number 2 is this beautiful, soft, fresh freesia card. Isn't that just the prettiest? So calming, I think. And then there's the inside of the card. Isn't that pretty? So let me grab my pieces for that and put this one aside for a moment. Okay, I'm going to grab my blends. We're going to use blends in fresh freesia and soft succulent. I've got the light and the dark of both of those. And all of my pieces, we also are going to use soft succulent ink pad and soft succulent ribbon, which is right here. Okay, so what I have cut is a piece of fresh freesia that is cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored down the middle at 4 1/4. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Renee. Thanks for joining me. So this is fresh freesia, okay? And I've got a panel of that designer series paper, Dainty Flowers, and that is going to go, I've cut this fresh freesia piece, and it's going to go right there on the front of that card base, just flat. Just going to add adhesive, and it's going to go flat onto that card base there. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. Then I have a contour die scalloped rectangle, and it has that nice little stitched edge in it there. This is what that looks like. These are great, great labels. And I used the second to the largest one, this one right here, for my basic white panel. And then I cut another panel for the inside of that is 2.5 by 3 3/4, and it fits perfectly inside there, you see? Okay, and then I also have the second to the smallest stitched circle from the Stylish Labels dies, okay? That's what we're gonna be using for this card. So I'm gonna start by taking my scallop rectangle here and wrapping my soft succulent ribbon. And if you're gonna do a bow, I always do 4 and a little bit more as far as the lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths, and then just a little bit more. And I'm gonna wrap this ribbon around and tie it in a bow on the left-hand side here. Maybe a little bit more length this way. So the other thing is that I'm offering paper shares from the new mini catalog for $52. You can get 144 6x6 sheets of all the designer series paper. That's 1/4 of a pack of each of the new papers, including the specialty papers. And I cut them and package them and label each one with its name and the coordinating cardstocks that it belongs with, and get them delivered to you. So if you would like a paper share, you would like to try out all the new Stampin' Up! Papers without having to buy them all, then you can let me know. You know, the best way, again, to find out about all of these is to be a part of my weekly email. So I'm going to keep reminding you of that because that is very important. Okay, I'm taking this largest wildflower, kind of very vertical stamped image from the Dainty Delight stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it right smack in the middle of that 2.5 by 3 3/4 cardstock. There we go. And then I'm going to take a littler one that is wildflower, and this is my inside panel that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to stamp it right down here on the bottom edge like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my fresh freesia. I'm going to start with my light, and all those flowers I'm going to color in fresh freesia. You know what? I'm going to use my bullet tip because these flowers are so small. The bullet tip is just going to work. So on your Stampin' Blends, these are alcohol-based markers, so you get just a really rich color that blends well. And they all come in 2 shades, a light and a dark. And that's to give your images just a lot of dimension. They are $9 for the pair. And they last a really long time. I'm surprised at how many I've had to replace considering all the classes I do. So I would think as a customer that these would last a really long time for you. Okay, so everything that's a flower, I'm just coloring it in my light fresh freesia. The very tips of those, I'm going to assume, are petals. These things coming up here. So if it's not a leaf, I'm calling it a flower. And we're going to color them fresh freesia. Okay, I think, oh, here's one I missed right here. Okay. Good, looks good. Now over here, on my inside panel, I'm just going to color each of the tops of those. I'm just dabbing on that light fresh freesia there. I'm just using kind of little dots on these. Okay. Next, I've got a soft succulent. This is the light, and I'm just doing each of those flowers and a little bit underneath those. And then I'm going to go over here and do each of these leaves. This one's a little tedious in just the coloring, but it's not bad. I'm only using 2 colors. You could make it a little more colorful if you wanted. You could have added some yellow or some blushing bride if you wanted. I decided to keep it simple. So the last deadline that's coming up that you should know about is that, there we go, make sure I've got all those leaves. Here's one right there. All right. I have a big retreat coming up, January the 28th, and I have given an early bird special to the people who register early. That just helps me a lot with planning and being able to buy some things early, and you get 10% off if you register by today. I will put the link to that in the description as well. Or if you want more information about that, just let me know. Okay, so there we go. I might add a few of the darker to some of these little pieces here. All right, there we go. This is a super simple card. All right, so now I'm going to put this on the inside, right down here. And then I like to Judify it, as my customers and friends call it. And I like to add a little panel of the DSP to the bottom edge. So let me pick that up here, right here. I'm going to add that right there to the bottom edge so those flowers are just kind of peeking out from underneath that. There we go. So if you'd like to come to my retreat, it's 2 full classes. We'll be using the Country Lane bundle of products and doing some love cards. And then we will also be using the Share a Milkshake bundle. And so you get 2 classes worth of kits. You get over $20 of product with ribbons and paper that you can take home with you. We also have lunch, we have games, we have lots of prizes. My retreats are, I think, a lot of fun. So I'd love to have you come join me in person. If you can't, there's also a to-go option, and there's also a PDF-only option. So if you are interested in any of those, let me know, and we can get you hooked up with that. Okay, so this is just going to sit right here in the middle of my card, and then I'm going to take this panel and pop it up right there on the front. Okay, again, using some dimensionals. Hi, Chelsea. Hope you had a good Christmas. Thanks for joining. So my grandkids are at such a cute age. They are 5 and 6 and 3. Oh my goodness, Lucy would be so offended if I told her she was 5. Told you guys she was 5. So it's just so much fun, just such a fun age to watch them enjoy Christmas, and they're just so sweet and grateful for all their gifts. It was so much fun. It was a great time. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now I'm going to add a little circle. And inside this circle, I'm going to stamp with Soft Succulent. The best is yet to come. There we go. And I'm going to put that on dimensionals. And I'm going to put the dimensionals a little more to the left side. Because I don't want it to like go off the edge. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and now I'm going to add some gems. Okay, seriously, you guys, what do I do with gems after I use them? It's just ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Yay, I found them. I'm going to add one up here at the top. I'm going to leave this right out here in front of me, right? One over here to the side. I love how these iridescent gems, I actually used opal rounds on my original one, but I like how the iridescent gems kind of just pick up the colors of whatever you lay it on there. Okay, so that is card number 2. Very pretty, isn't it? The best is yet to come. I think this would make a really pretty anniversary card for someone, especially like someone who's been married a long time, like Jim and me, that, you know, the best is yet to come. It's not over yet, folks. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, one more card for you, and I really love this one. So let's take a look. And look, there's my opal rounds right there inside that one. There you go. Okay, this is going to be a easel card, and I want to show you it because it's super fun. This is that designer series paper that has the panel that you can just cut, and then it's going to lift up like this and become an easel card. Isn't that cute? I love the little lazy black-eyed Susans that they have in there. Super pretty. And this color is Starry Sky. And it is 4 1/4 by 11. And then I scored it at 5 1/2. And I also scored it 3 inches from the edge here. I'm going to fold that edge in. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just really burnish that. Well, I love easel cards because I love that people have the ability then to put them on their desk and show them off. I like when my creations are shown off to the world. So, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inside of the card. Okay, I'm going to take my piece of basic white right here. I'm going to put it right down. And this is cut 4 by 5 1/4. If you get the card kit to go, you can, you will definitely have all the measurements, right? Okay, so there's the inside. And then I cut a piece of that designer series paper, and this is the one that had the Starry Sky, and it's cut 3/4 by 4 1/4. So it's gonna go along the edge at the bottom here. about 1/4 of an inch off the bottom edge. There we go. Then we're going to take, I cut the very smallest of that Contour Labels dies and some of the Lazy Susans, I think that's what they're called. Okay, here we go. I think I lost one of my little centers. Let's see if I can find it here. Maybe it's, we'll find it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so this little scallop die here, I am going to stamp with the words, "Let's Celebrate You." And I am doing that in that starry sky to match my paper. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And then I've cut 2 of these Lazy Susans. Is that what they're called? Black-eyed, I don't know. I think it's called Black-eyed Susans, maybe. And I'm going to use my liquid glue and just put a tiny dot in the center of each of those. And I just used my dies that come with the Dainty Designs Bundle. And I'm going to do one in the center here. And I cut these out of soft suede. So the Lazy Susans, Black-eyed Susans, are crushed curry. And then the little dark eyes I cut out of soft suede. There we go. Isn't that fun? And I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is some embossing in that. So you really get those little eyes in there that belong with that. And then here's the center of this one. I had another one of these. Let's see if I can find it here. Just dumped out that. We're gonna let it be good here. Okay. So I used that soft suede. Well, I can cut another one, but it just feel like it should be here. Up. So maybe a good opportunity to show you. So this die actually cuts out 2 of the centers of the solid flower and 2 of the centers of the little half Lazy Susans. And so you can see right here, I just ran it through. So I'm going to go over here and grab my Big Shot, run that through really quick. And right when I did that, I found it there on the floor. It had fallen down. So let me put another little dot right here. There we go. I'll let all those rest for just a second. While that's resting, I'm going to take my Celebrate You and use dimensionals and pop it up right there on the inside of my card, because that's actually going to give like a ledge for my easel to stand on. So that's going to go right there. Okay. Then my big flowers, I'm going to go ahead and close this ink pad before I get it all over the place. My big flowers, I'm going to glue to the ends here. Isn't that cute? Here's another one. And glue it to the end on this other side. And then these little half ones, I just kind of tucked them underneath the label so that they just peek out a little bit. I wanted to give the illusion, right, that there are lots of flowers along that edge right there. And then here's my other one. So this one's a little more fussier, but it's not hard. Unless you lose the inside of your little Lazy Susan. All right, there we go. There you go. So that'll be the inside of the card. Now let's work on and that's going to create that little ledge like that, okay? So now on the outside, I have 3 more pieces is all. I have a piece of that designer series paper, and I cut it 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and I'm just going to attach that right on, I'm going to use my seal here, right on that front panel right there, and it'll be flush. Let me do it this way so I can kind of line it up straight. It will be flush with either side and all the edges. Okay, it's covering that bottom edge of the easel right there. So this was scored at 3, this was scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so that's going to go right like that. Now I'm taking a piece of that starry sky, and I've cut it 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and I've cut my DSP 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okay, so that is going to fit right on top of it, right like that. And it fits edge to edge. So I'm going to start up here, the very edge, keep it super straight, and press it down right like that. And you know, that's pretty darn good. Now I'm going to attach this to my front panel here so that the top is definitely flush. Now I can tell you I have cut this at 5 1/2, and it still looks like it is just a tiny bit over the edge. So let me grab my paper trimmer here, and I'm going to trim just like a tiny little piece off there. There we go. I don't know, I kept measuring and it kept, there we go, that looks perfect, okay? So I want this to be flush with my bottom edge right here, but before I put that down, I want to get my white organdy ribbon and wrap it around that panel. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. Tie it around. When I did my card for show here, I wrapped it around the whole panel, but I thought, after I did that, I thought, you know what, I think I would like it better if I just wrapped it around this front panel, and then it doesn't show from the inside, if that makes any sense. So here we go. Perfect bow every time. Pull this just a little bit more that way. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Now this is going to attach to the front, and do you see how this is a little loose? That always bugs me. So what I do is I put a little bit of that Stamp and Seal Plus right there, and then I pull my ribbon to the center and just take out that extra little bit of slack there. Okay, that's a little trick for you. And then I'm going to put adhesive just in the center of this bottom panel right here, because I don't want any adhesive up here at the top. because I only want this panel to adhere to the bottom, or else my easel will not work correctly. Okay, so let me do it this way. I'm gonna straighten that up with that bottom edge right there. There we go, isn't that pretty? And then I'm gonna take the opal rounds that I just found and sprinkle them on the front of my card, just so that there are different places where those sprinkles catch the eye. I'm going to do one right over there, and I'm going to do a couple down here at the bottom. There we go. And that is card number 3. So card number 3 is this easel card. Isn't that adorable? I love that card. And then the other 2 cards are the Fresh Freesia card and the green. Oh, I am so sorry, you guys. I'm a hot mess tonight. I am exhausted, and but that is no excuse. I'm embarrassed. Okay, so, and I just realized I'm backwards. Why is that? Okay, so there you go. Good night. Please forgive me and have grace on me for tonight, and I hope you enjoyed these cards to go. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Celebration starts on Friday, and on Thursday, and that is the best time if you're going to buy this online class to go, to be able to get the Dainty Delights stamp set and the DSP that coordinates with that, and the dies. And then you can get the paper for free, okay? So if you would like to either come Saturday or come to my retreat, I'm gonna flip this up and around, or get my paper shares, you need to do that in the next 24 hours, okay? So God bless everybody. Thanks for watching me, and thanks for being a part of my home tonight. I appreciate that so much. So I'll be back Monday, hopefully more rested and less stressed, and I hope you enjoyed these cards regardless of my craziness tonight. So God bless everybody. Tuttle Up Stamping. We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.